As you may have heard, Saudi Arabia has severed diplomatic ties with the Islamic Republic of Iran. These two countries are bitter enemies, political, sectarian. Yeah, there's a lot of hatred. The Saudi-Iranian rivalry is one of the factors or ongoing causes of trouble and conflict in the Middle East. Both countries, through various methods, have been looking to gain more control over the region at the expense of the other. So what's the latest tension in relation to? Well, the Saudis recently executed quite a few people. 47 executions was the number of killed in this latest round. I heard that figure quoted on Al Jazeera. Yeah. People executed on terrorist charges. Anyway, one man executed was a prominent Shia, Nimr al-Nimr. He was sentenced to death for sedition, disobedience, and bearing arms. And this sparked protests and uproar across Shia communities. The Saudi embassy in Iran was attacked. Its diplomats had to be evacuated. This is what Iran's foreign ministry spokesman had to say. Iran is committed to provide diplomatic security based on international conventions, but Saudi Arabia, which thrives on tensions, has used this incident as an excuse to fuel the tensions. End quote. The Saudi foreign minister has accused Iranian authorities of being complicit in the embassy attack. Now, I understand that several other Shia dissidents were executed, along with dozens of Al-Qaeda fighters, Sunni. These executions took place on Saturday. Executions are nothing new in Saudi Arabia, of course. This kingdom, this absolute monarchy, is no bastion of human rights. But this killing of 47 terrorists, enemies of the state, whatever, is apparently the biggest mass execution carried out in the country for well over 3 decades. This is significant. I think Saudi Arabia is trying to send a message to the region and the wider world. As far as the embassy attack in Tehran goes, was it organised or spontaneous? I don't know. Iranian President Rouhani labelled those who attacked the embassy as extremist while condemning the execution of al-Nimr. These latest happenings and the fallout could well have repercussions for the ongoing Syria conflict. Yeah, the Saudis and Iranians are supporting opposite sides of the conflict in Yemen also. Lots of violence there too. A little bit of history for you. Last time the Saudis carried out executions on this scale was back in 1980, when 63 were convicted over the seizure of the Grand Mosque in Mecca from the previous year, 1979. The mosque was held for a fortnight. The demand was that the Saudi royal family abdicate. Obviously, this didn't come to pass. Saudi-Iran conflict, tension, continuing rivalry clearly has political and sectarian dimensions to it. But when I'm going through online mainstream media reports regarding this conflict, rivalry, sometimes I think the ethnic Arabs, Persians element is being palmed off or deliberately not spoken about. Sometimes, but not always. Yeah, you have to take ethnic hatred into the equation then. It is a factor in this conflict, for sure. Is a direct conflict in terms of a formal declaration of war between Iran and Saudi Arabia. Is this a possibility? I'm not sure. But where we have these authoritarian, religious, extremist regimes hungry for dominance of the Middle East, contemptuous of human rights and democratic values, where we have this, I think that peace in this part of the world, the prospects for peace are dim, to say the least. And I don't think US and Russian patronage of the House of Saud and revolutionary Iran, respectively, is helping. Greed and national interests are trumping international cooperation and the quest for peace.